I'm holding my llama, so I'm in the best mental state right now.
Nice.
We need to all get on that train.
I'm holding a very soft llama.
In that case, I'll hold my Mimikyu.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna grab Wangshan and hold them.
Hell yeah.
I got 2 of them. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We in a good mental state. We're holding our fluffy animal friend.
We're ready.
We're
Hell yeah.
ready.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Emperor Smile podcast. We're here to brighten your day. This is Amy, aka Wi-Fi Daily.
I'm Cali, aka dailyjiangcheng.
I'm Ruki, aka Bluetooth Daily.
So today's general topics, first we would like to say happy holidays to those that are on break or to those celebrating any kind of holiday this month.
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
And today's topic is someone asks, since we're all content creators, do we have any tips for practicing or improving art or writing? I would say we have a few. Does anyone want to start first?
I'll talk about art first. I do a little bit of both. Mostly art, but some writing. When it comes to practicing art, it is a matter of, I know this is like a tip everyone says, but it is a matter of practice. But what really helps is doing like studies of real life objects, how light bounces off of things, how things move. And it especially helps if you know any sort of senior artist who's open to it to get critique on your work, because usually they'll be able to see specific things that you can improve upon. It's harder to give really general tips, but it's much easier to improve upon your art when you have very specific things to work on.
Yeah.
I'm always open to critique people's art and look at people's art. It makes me happy when people want to talk to me in particular. So if you guys don't know who to turn to, you can always shoot me a message.
Be like, hey, can you see what needs to be worked on this? And Amy can be like, hell yeah, I can help you out.
Hell yeah.
I tend to be, I think, a little bit of a harsh critic.
Yeah.
But
But we know you don't mean it to like degrade anyone. Whenever you do that with my art, sometimes it helps me a lot, and I'm able to like see mistakes that I've made and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do something to change that.
Yeah, I usually don't say like what you can improve when I'm giving compliments to people's art, just because I know it's not always welcome. But if you ever want that from me, I can give you specific feedback and suggestions you can work on.
Yeah.
I have a art background, like I studied art in college,
Wow.
so I'm a little bit credible, I guess. So
A lot more credible than me, that's for sure.
everyone's got their own experiences.
Yeah, sometimes the few times I was doing art and like I just like send like the progress pics like, hey, Amy, does this look okay?
My general tips is also for art. I don't have much aside from practice a lot, and I mean a lot. Like look up references if you need to. Take some inspiration from some people's art, not to the point where it's tracing, but like to a point where you can kind of like draw it for a bit until it becomes your own, and then adapt your own style to it. Be expressive with your art. Don't be afraid to like try out new things. Like you don't have to like make it to a point where it's realistic. Just go crazy with it if you want to. Like adapt your own style. You don't have to like be a certain way for your art to be considered nice or like, how do I say it, professional, I guess. Draw whatever makes you happy. That's what I usually do.
Oh, and don't be afraid of references.
Yeah, don't be afraid of references.
Don't be afraid of references. Don't feel like you have to follow a certain like conventional art style that's like popular or whatever. You're free to do whatever style.
You're free to be expressive. Be free to be expressive and creative. It's always nice to have a very unique art style.
Yes.
Do you have any writing tips, Ruki?
Considering my writing hasn't improved.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'd say it's pretty good.
I actually don't really have any tips for improving writing aside from maybe just read a lot of other people's works, because there's lots of inspiration you can draw from it. And like if you find, I mean, it's kind of like what Callie said earlier about art, like finding the bits that you like from others and kind of like adapting it, taking it in to make it your own writing style. I haven't been successful in doing that for myself, but
Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Ruki's just being incredibly modest, but even so, it still takes time to like adapt something into your own.
Yeah, especially for writing, I feel like it's tough to do that.
I feel like we're all from like the roleplay community. We all have some experience in roleplay. And roleplay is a really casual form of writing, but it's a good way to kind of practice because you're just doing it in short form. You're collaborating with others. You're trying to figure out how it works. You're focusing on characterization. And so roleplay is actually a pretty fun way to engage with a community as well as practice your writing.
Yeah, especially since it's role play. So, I mean, if you're role playing a character, you're going to be working on characterization.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're not like
you get more into the character, like you figure more like character traits or like character's personality, and that helps a lot with going into writing, because a lot of the times if you're writing like a lot of character interactions as well, you need to like think of what the character would do, what the character would think, put the character's personality into perspective, that whole thing.
And you don't have to focus on another character, you just have to think about your own character's like thoughts.
Yeah, and it helps to kind of like expand.
Plus, having that community of writers is very, very helpful and encouraging too.
When I'm writing for like, one of the rare times I actually do write a fic, when I just go through to make sure that I'm not writing them out of character, OOC or anything, I just kind of try imagining the quotations I write for a character, imagining the character saying it in their voice, and if it sounds right, then I'm like, okay, that's probably in character. If I try imagining it and it sounds like weird or awkward, then I'm like, oh, I should word this differently or something.
Yeah, Ruki's helped me a lot with my characterization. One of my tips for writing is, I actually learned this in like 10th grade, just write a shitty first draft.
Yeah.
Go through the whole thing, write down all your ideas, just kind of go for it, and then you can, like, if you really want to make sure, go back and edit, because if you're editing while you're doing it, then you're never going to get it done. Write all the way to the end first, or the end of the chapter, and then go back and edit.
Yeah, just write down some key ideas and then a sloppy first draft, and then, if you go back on it, and then you can just move on from there. It's like just drafts. You don't got to make it perfect on the first try.
Yeah, that applies for essay writing too, not just fantasy writing and story writing.
Yeah. It works for any kind of writing. And if you really are curious about where I share my writing, I guess you can DM me or something.
Yeah.
It's like one of those alley transactions, like, hey, you got the goods.
I've got the goods. Bootleg.
Oh my gosh.
Bootleg. Hey kid, you want some fanfics?
You want some 5 measly fanfics?
Ruki's fanfics are really good, and I've drawn fan art of them, so if you want to see that too, just let me know.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Shut up.
Okay, audience questions. So I kind of wanted to go with like a theme of giving gifts because we're doing like a little bit of a holiday episode.
Yeah.
We didn't say this in the beginning, but it's because we're going to do the ACNL stream next week, and I will talk more about that at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So we're doing very holiday-y-esque questions.
It's Christmas month.
It's a holiday month. It's the month of Yule. Okay, so in the theme of giving gifts, I kind of loosely interpreted this as giving someone the gift of modazushi. The question is, how would you introduce modazushi to someone who's interested in it but has no experience whatsoever with cultivation novels? And how would you describe it to someone who knows absolutely nothing at all?
Well, actually, when I introduced modazushi to Amy,
Oh yeah.
who had no experience with it at all, literally all I said was, it has married gays and bunnies. Deal with that information as you will.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. There was no mention of gore. There was no mention of death. Just gays and bunnies.
And Ruki knows I don't like gore. And so when I looked into it, I was just like, there's zombies? And Ruki was just like, don't worry, it's not gory. And I was like, okay. And now look at me, I'm a wending love bot.
No one introduced me to modazushi. I was kind of introduced to it through osmosis because I was just an Overwatch minding my business. And then a lot of my Overwatch mutuals, Amy included.
Overwatch and then Amy.
Yeah, Overwatch and then Amy. But a lot of my mutuals that were mostly Overwatch, and then there was Amy. Started getting into Modazushi, and then a lot of it was like flooding my TL, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? One of my mutuals was just like, hey, are you interested in reading this? Because like I saw your tweet, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then it linked me to a lot of stuff, and I'm like, cool.
Wait, wasn't that me?
No, someone else had sent me stuff, and then you were just like, you want to get into Modazushi? And I'm just like, yeah. And it's like, bro.
And then I linked you to all the stuff.
You and 2 other people linked me shit, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, when you get into Modazushi, you drag all your friends into it too.
I just got curious because like I saw Wei Wuxian, and I'm just like, ah, yes, another red and black boy. My trademark.
I was just wondering where the bunnies came in.
Oh, and before we started the animation, I was like, oh, by the way, they're zombies. But not like American zombies.
Just kind of sicked it on us.
Yeah, I did.
If I were to introduce someone new to Modazushi, if someone came to me and was like, hey, can you introduce me to it? I think I'd do the same method that I did, was I would first introduce them to the anime, because that helps put names to faces.
Yeah.
And it helped me a lot. For me to read something, I need to constantly have a visual in my head for me to follow along with the story.
Yeah.
And I was able to like get an understanding of like what's happening so far. And then I would introduce them to the novel. And then in the novel, you already have like a visual of like how certain people look like, and if you don't, the wikis help as well. And then you know the original plot already. And then after that, I would say, okay, there's like 3 more adaptions. Go ham.
Ruki's tactic with me was just naming the things that I would like about it, which was gays and bunnies. And it worked. So just some tropes that you think your friends might like.
Like the family bonds.
You gotta throw in some warnings too.
As with any like new series that you want to get into, like give it 3 episodes maybe. I would say I also started with the donghua, and so it helps to be able to see it and like hear it and all that, and then jump into the other stuff.
Like I would give it a basic summary, and then if the person's still interested, then I do the donghua and novel. And if they like maybe after the first 3 episodes, they're just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Then I can be like, yeah, okay, I can understand that.
Yeah, it always helps to have a friend to watch with you. Like if you're willing to sit down and watch with them, and then explain parts of where it's confusing too. Cultivation can be really confusing, and I remember Cali kept asking me all the time, like, what does this mean?
Like I watched it blindly the first time by myself, I think, and then you joined me, and then I'm like, hey, and then you're just like, hey, you want me to watch it with you? And I'm like, yeah, because I don't understand shit.
Modazushi is my first anime too. Like I never knew about what cultivation was before this. I mean, like I've watched some Chinese dramas.
Modazushi is my first in everything. I never watched Chinese dramas or everything. It was just like all either Japanese or like, you know, anime or just American. I've never been introduced to Chinese literature or like stuff. So I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Why are there so many names?
I think when I first watched it with Ruki, when they started doing like the fancy sword tricks and stuff, and I was just like, they can do that? And Ruki was just like, it's just how the magic works in that world. Don't worry about it. And I was like, okay.
They're just magic, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and I was just like, all right. Sometimes you kind of have to just go with the flow, and like then you kind of get into like the no. I didn't mean to rhyme that. You kind of.
I could have given a serious answer, but I was just like, nah.
You knew I would have just gone along with it anyways, though.
It's Disney magic, Amy.
You don't really have to know how the magic works in order to understand the storyline, is what I'm saying.
You're just like, oh, this is happening now. Probably bad.
You get it eventually.
For other Chinese drama, fancy genre novels, some of those go more detailed into the whole cultivation process and stuff. And in that case, I would have given more of a proper explanation. But in Modazushi, the cultivation part is not as detailed. So I was just like, it's just magic, you know, whatever.
And you know what? I got the story and fell in love with it anyways, so I guess it worked that way.
It's kind of that thing where you just gotta watch it first and kind of get into it before you go deeper into the story and learn more about it. Like, I was confused about the sex for a long ass time until I eventually like absorbed the story, and I'm just like, okay, now I can learn more about it.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to move on to the next question?
Yeah.
what are your plans for the upcoming holidays? Do you guys do anything special? And also, how do you think the Modazushi characters would celebrate the holidays if they did?
Well, I'm not doing anything for the holidays.
We're doing the ACNL stream.
We're gonna kind of focus on the second half.
All I know is that I'm probably gonna work at the toy shop, and that's it.
Oh yeah, you just got a new job.
Oh yeah, for those that don't know, I'm like, because I wrote a semi-hiatus on Daily Junction, but I got a job recently at a toy shop, and that's fun.
You're going to be busy during the holiday season.
Yeah, I'm gonna be handling a lot of kids, and I'm not sure how to feel about it because I'm not great with kids.
Oh no. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Daily Jiangcheng working in a toy shop, that's just for y'all to imagine. Do with it.
That's what Jiangcheng is doing for the holidays.
Yeah.
Working in a toy shop.
You are in a toy shop. That is kind of cute to think about, just him making toys for all the kids in Lotus Pier. And
oh, wait, no, that's super cute.
That's super cute. Wait, hold up. He makes toys for.
Continue.
He makes toys for all the kids and disciples in Lotus Pier. I'm gonna fuck.
Can you imagine that he makes them out of like the lotuses and stuff?
Stop.
You know, you gotta use every part and you can carve the stems a little bit or
So cute. That's so cute.
what a good sect leader.
He didn't build Lotus Pier back up again for nothing.
He built not only the house, but he made it a home.
He made it a home. Oh my god. He probably like makes it so like Lotus Pier looks festive too. Like not overly festive, but like festive enough where like people can get into the spirit, you know?
Oh wait. Just imagine like the whole of Lotus Pier just looks like super festive and stuff, and some people are just like, that Jiangcheng is so grumpy during the holidays, and someone's just like, no, it's just because he hasn't gotten any sleep. He put that all up overnight. And everyone's like, what? Wait, he put that up?
Put it all up by himself.
He wants to make it special.
I love you.
What if he did that because it was Wei Wuxian's favorite holiday?
Oh my god, he fucking does it and invites him over to Lotus Pier.
Oh.
He decorates it the way he knows Wei Wuxian would like it because he wants him to feel home.
He wants to have a holiday with him.
It's gonna be their first time spending the holiday together in such a long time.
It's so cute. I wonder what the Gusu sect does, though. The Lan sect.
Lan sect doesn't do shit. It has really fucking. It's boring.
They put up one string of lights. Only one.
They put a string of lights. No, it's Wei Wuxian putting a string of lights on the wall of rules. Oh, one thing they can do is that they can dress up all the bunnies.
Oh no, that's so cute!
They can dress up all the bunnies as like in little tiny coats, or like one as a Santa. I don't know if Santa exists, but he does now.
Santa is a cultivator.
How do you think he gets around the world in one night?
He flies on his sword.
He doesn't need his reindeer.
He's a lawn. He got that lawn string.
Have you seen those headcanons about like the Lan sect all just like believing in Santa?
Oh yeah.
So pure. I'd like to think that's real.
Just imagining that all the Lans believe in Santa Claus. That involves Lan Qiren. He believes in Santa.
Wei Wuxian like putting on a Santa suit, like, I can't let their dreams be dreams. Not even Lan Qiren. Although that guy's definitely getting some coal. Can you imagine Wei Wuxian does that and Lan Qiren almost cries because he's never gotten anything from Santa ever?
Oh my god, and Wei Wuxian's just like, I take it back, I take it back, I take it back. This is too pure. I'm gonna fucking die.
Jinling probably like ditches the Jin celebration because it's like so obnoxious and like they're just like tossing their money around. So then he ditches.
They have good gifts, but that's about it.
He's just like, fuck that. I'm gonna go either chill in Lotus Pier or the Lawns.
Yeah.
So, you know, they know where the holiday really is.
He either goes to Lotus Pier or Cloud Recesses, or he invites Wei Wuxian and Lan Jingyi and Lan Sujui over to the Jin sect to crash the party.
He probably does that. He's just like, hey, the gin sect's kind of boring. You guys want to crash the place? And they're like, fuck yeah!
Jingyi's like, we're not going to trash the place. We are Lan sect disciples. And he ends up going there and trashing it anyways.
He makes the kitchen a fucking mess.
He tries his best.
He wants some chicken wings.
He wants the chicken wings.
That's how Jinling convinces him to come.
He's just, I'm not gonna trash your sect, Jinling. We have chicken wings. You had me a chicken. We can move on to the mindfulness.
Okay, doke. Oh shit, I don't have water for the water break.
Yeah, I'm just like, wait, where are we gonna do a water break? You're just gonna do it red way?
Do you want to go grab some water?
Yes. Give me a mo.
Let's take a water break.
I'm just gonna play with my llama. Jiangcheng with a very fluffy toy llama.
Rainbow, too.
Yeah.
Do you have a name for your llama?
No, I don't.
You should name it.
What should?
We should have the followers of ESP name it.
They're gonna name it something stupid though.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of looks like cotton candy to me. Cute.
Cotton candy. So bubbling.
Bubbling. There you go.
I want cotton candy. What? I heard cotton candy.
You're so cute.
You are. Just no context. It's just like, I want cotton candy.
Wait, why? What was the context?
Amy was asking me what I named my llama.
Oh.
And it looks like cotton candy to me.
So I named it Bubbling.
Cute. I have a white and blue one.
They can be best bros.
I think I named mine Snowdrop.
Nice.
Very Lansec.
Oh, ready to start? Okay.
All right, let's move on to the mindfulness moment.
Okay. One mindful moment goes a long way. Since this is kind of a holiday episode, I wanted to address that in our mindfulness moment for this week. I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, but I wanted to focus on the financial stress of gift giving, like the pressure from other people that you need to like give gifts to others and everything, and sometimes people struggle because of that, because of finances. Just because it's the holidays doesn't mean you have to gift give at the expense of your finances. Just participate in a way that it won't have you spending beyond what you can actually give. And if you really don't have the means for it, then you can just let the party host or like event host or whatever it is that you're having this gift exchange, you can just let them know that you're not going to be able to participate. Or another good idea, if you really do want a gift exchange thing, is what I've done in the past with my friends and stuff, that we did a secret Santa gift exchange with like a set budget. So that way you only have to buy a gift for one person rather than like everyone in the group. And putting the set budget will also get rid of like the guilt if someone else buys gifts with like that's worth like more money or whatever, and then you feel bad because you weren't able to like spend as much to give a gift to someone else. So like if you set a budget limit, then there's no issues regarding that. And also it sets a reasonable amount for how much money you should be spending on the gift. So I think that would be a good idea if you really do a gift exchange thing. But it's totally okay to not participate in that if you can't afford it, or if that's just like not even your thing. So for if you feel anxious, upset about like having to deal with this financial stress of feeling obliged to give gifts to others and everything, just try to focus on staying grounded, I guess is a good way to put it. Like focus your attention to the bottom of your feet, sit with your feet like flat against the floor. Think about how your feet is connected to the ground. Relax your shoulders. Just focus on some deep breathing with some like past breathing exercises that I've covered. But just try to like ground yourself in that moment, and hopefully that will help alleviate some of the anxiety or like bad feelings. So yeah, I just wanted to say that that was basically just a suggestion. The Secret Santa gift exchange with like a budget limit if you are worried about spending money regarding that, or even you can just choose to not participate at all. So yeah.
Hooray!
Yay.
And usually, if I don't have money, which I normally never do, I draw things for people.
That's another option.
Yeah, you can
That's
make things
true.
for people.
You can do trades.
Trades are always good.
All that matters is that it comes from you and within the heart.
Yeah, it's
So rip out your heart if you need to.
yeah, rip out your heart and then give it to someone in a box. That's also a really good option.
Or rip out your golden core.
Yeah, do that too.
Rip out your golden core, you know? Yeah.
Hey bro, Merry Christmas. I got you my golden core. Oh, thanks.
Thank you guys for joining us for the 7th episode of Emperor Smile podcast. If you ever have more questions, you can send them to any of our curious cats. They will be linked in the video description below. About next week, I mentioned earlier that we are going to do a Animal Crossing stream. We're going to be playing Animal Crossing New Leaf with my very rudimentary setup to stream from my phone, recording
It's
my...
not bad.
It's pretty rudimentary, but I'll do my best to make it high quality as I can.
This stream will replace a regular episode, so there won't be a typical episode that week. We'll be doing the stream instead.
We can do it straight to YouTube, and so we're going to be streaming it on YouTube. You can join in on the YouTube chat, and you're free to ask us questions then, not like deep ones that we have 10-minute discussions on. But if you want to just ask us to do things in the game or just in general, how's our day, you can ask us in the chat. It would be great if you guys can come by. We're going to be doing it on Saturday, December 21st, 4 to 7 p.m. GMT -8. So that's Pacific time. I will post that up again on Wi-Fi, the official times, and then you can calculate out when exactly that will be for you, where your time zones are at. Hopefully you guys can make it. It's going to be a 3-hour stream, or just about that long.
You can drop in whatever.
So hopefully you have a time to join in. Okay, so if Cali ends up to be working that day, we might have to last minute change the date, and we will let you know. Not the date, but the time.
We'll keep you updated, but if anything, the most we'll have to do is that you'll have to start an hour of the stream without me, and then I can join in middle way.
We will be sure to post up those dates. I'll post it up on Wi-Fi. It's up to you guys if you want to post it on yours too. I think that's all we have to say. So that will happen in lieu of a normal episode.
Yeah.
So please join us. Spend the holidays with us. Not actual Christmas, but a couple days before. And thank you for sharing a laugh with us.
Well, let's see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.